Passion of the People, Martin Sarkisyan. Characters are Dmitri Shostakovich, a Russian composer, Tatiana Shostakovich, Dmitri's wife, Masha, daughter. Setting in the house at nightfall during communist ruling times, year 1948 in Russia. At rise, Dmitri and Tatiana sitting around the dinner table. Dmitri reveals the news to his wife. Masha is sleeping in the next room.
I had a visit yesterday from government officials asking me to perform a symphonic composition at the orchestra in St. Petersburg. The performance is going to be before some Communist Party leaders from the Politburo.
No! We are not doing this! Don't make independent decision. You know this can bring lots of criticism and even some danger to our family.
Honey, this opportunity was presented to me rather surprisingly. I didn't have much choice in it but to say yes. And that exact reason for your love and for the love of our children. You know, communists don't say something twice. And they don't take no for an answer.
What about the poor peasant? What about them and their starving and suffering in the poverty? They see you entertaining the murderers and thieves.
Oh, look, Tatiana. You think I don't think about the poor and indigent? But there is something bigger in this.
I know what is bigger than this. Your own fame and approbation. Pleasing those scum.
Now you're being unreasonable by saying these things. You've been my wife for 15 years. You know I am not the selfish man after my own aberration for that matter.
What if you never come back from St. Petersburg? What about some communist leader full of envy seeing you rise above his status and getting you and your orchestra to disappear? What about me and the children?
Oh, maybe my decision was quick. And I didn't think this in depth, but either way, the outcome can be the same if you want to think at that extent.
Which is putting your life for nothing but to play music.
No, it's not just to play music, but to make history.
History? For what? Most of Russia? For communist glory?
You know my love for symphonic music. You witness my effort every day and night writing these notes. On some days burning the midnight oil to bring my music alive one day. You told me once, and perhaps more than once, that you support me in everything in my life that I love to do. And this is what I love to do, besides love my family. Now I ask you, support me in this.
I do support you. But I don't want to lose you.
We lost a lot of good men, family men, countrymen, patriots, comrades, for just telling the truth, for letting them know their true nature. Those men did it and said it, not trying to gain fame or favor, but they did it for the love of this country, for this land. Some didn't even have a grave or tombstone for their families to cry on. And the only thing we can do to keep their legacy alive is to write my music and play.
Are you not afraid of being torched or killed?
I die little by little every day. And the only thing keeping me alive is you. Kids, I'm yours.
Dmitri, I love you very much and I want you to be happy in everything you do, but what about those men, your orchestra, Mr. Oleg Kreskov, your conductor and their families? Did you let them know about this?
Not yet. I have a meeting with Oleg tomorrow, and I will let them know. I don't know what will be his response, but nevertheless, we have to make decisions together, including the orchestra.
What is that something bigger in this that you mentioned?
You see, the country is in a state of chaos, and then famine, massive purges, forced labor camps. You said the poor, the peasants, the indigents. But we are poor and peasant too. But with my music, we can reach them. We can reach them, and we can rise above our present circumstances and our situations. We can meet those challenges in our life and make a difference in their lives.
Mommy, I need a drink of water.
Go back to bed, I'll bring it to you.
Good night, Daddy.
Goodbye, sweetheart. My most gracious Father, Heavenly Father, I pray that you protect my family and those men that trust in me. Let this not be our demise. I'm willing to get the voice of my music heard, but the opposition will be too great for me to stand alone, for we do not know what is in this for us because of the uncertainty. This is my anguish. I have no strength without you. Let me find courage, Lord, to perform this symphony with my brothers and with our music. You soften their calloused hearts that they may change their evil deeds. Gracious Father, have mercy unto us and our people and our country that we dearly love.
End of scene 1. Scene 2, Dmitry Shokovich and Oleg Krasov, music conductor. Oleg Krasovich, the conductor of the orchestra, visits Dmitry at 7 a.m. in the morning at Dmitry's house. Oleg hasn't heard the communist proposal for these comic performances before government officials at St. Petersburg. At Rise, Dmitry opens the door for Oleg to come in.
Oleg, come on in. Have a seat, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. It's nice to see you. Where are Tatiana and the kids?
They're still in bed. We stayed awake last night. May I offer a cup of tea?
No, thank you. I have to get going soon. I can't stay home.
So, how's the wife and children?
They are doing good. The children are in Moscow right now and with their grandma. There isn't much here. We are having a difficult time suffering, and I don't want the children to suffer too, so they are better off over there. Me and Svetlana will be visiting them in 2 weeks.
After the performance.
What performance?
The performance in St. Petersburg in the city hall about 2 weeks from now.
City Hall. In St. Petersburg. That's great. When did you set that up? No wonder you're up this early in the morning. Your notes are all on the table.
Oh, look, Oleg, this is not going to be our usual performance. This is history making. But at the same time, it can be detrimental. It can go either way.
What? Oh, no. Don't tell me you didn't make a deal with the devil.
Deal? No, far from it. But rather a compelling agreement.
With who?
Some people right from Stalin's cabinet. They came to see me 3 days ago. I wasn't in any agreement with them at first. But then they set an ultimatum for me and for the orchestra. That is, if we refuse to go and perform for them, then we won't perform at all. You know well what that means. They are very precise what they say.
Oh. Ultimatum. Huh? I wasn't ready for this one. Now the communists turn their attention to musicians? Giving us an ultimatum in order for us to go play music for them? So what are we going to do? What are your plans, Dmitry? Give me the scoop.
But either way, looking at it, this can be a compromise. We can take our choice to go and do what we do best, to play without politics, which some of our comrades may not approve, or we can refuse to go. Cold, dry, be patriots like our brothers and anticipate their fury, in which we can lose everything, including our lives. Now, those are the options. You and the orchestra decide if you want to go.
I know this is a predicament which none of us expected. And you know that under normal circumstances, I'd never perform a symphony for these people. But nevertheless, I'm going to stand next to you. Whatever you decide. We've been friends since childhood. We have been together for over 40 years, in good times and in the worst times. And we will go perform our symphony together.
Look, I admire your courage and have no doubt in your impeccable friendship. But because the whole orchestra is in this with us, every man has to decide on his own, without coercion. It needs to be voluntary.
Is this devil, Stalin, going to be with us?
No, just puppet bearer. And we're here being forced to go play music for him.
That's one thing we always wanted to avoid.
That's right.
Tatiana knows about this.
Only the half. I don't want to frighten her any more than she already is. Nevertheless, I have to be frank with her before we decide to leave. And you should do the same with Svetlana.
I will, and she'll understand.
Oleg, you know there'll be tremendous repercussions, possibly from both sides of the political atmosphere. The bourgeoisie class may look for profit, and the proletariat will be critical about this. You think the orchestra will be willing to go and perform?
Many of us have lost a loved one, or they're in some labor camp under forced labor, just for telling the truth. But we have a dire situation in our hands, and choices are limited right now. I know our orchestra's passion for music. I've seen your notes come alive with their instruments. The reward of their music is their joy and happiness. They follow every swing of my baton and give life to those melodies. We have a very courageous orchestra. We will go and perform this for once. I will talk to them tonight during our practice. I will stop tomorrow morning and give you an update, or you can come by tonight.
I will come by tonight after practice. Oh, but I have something now for you. And I want you to try this. If you like it, we can play this if we decide to go.
All right, Dmitri. I'll try. And I'll see you tonight. And look, don't overthink this. It's going to be fun.
That same day, Dmitri approaches Oleg in the studio after the practice. The orchestra has already left.
Welcome, Dmitri. We've just finished your new composition. It sounds great.
I know, I was listening backstage. That was great. The orchestra played that one fell swoop.
You should have let me know that you were at the back.
That's all right. I like it like this. I didn't want to get the musicians nervous.
You can't get these musicians nervous. They are all pros.
Yeah. So, what is the word? I haven't stopped thinking about this all day, although you told me this morning not to overthink this, but I did exactly that.
Well, we had a lot of discussion. These guys had a lot of mistrust toward those commies. We considered all the possibilities, but we've reached conclusive decisions. Because at the end of the day, we are all family, brothers, and we must support each other and do what is necessary for every man's safety. The bottom line is, we are going to go and perform. This week, we will master this new composition, and I will put together some of your other compositions, and whether they appreciate it or not, we will give it to them to make one hell of a performance.
Thank you, Oleg. This is a tremendous relief for me. I will come by tomorrow to express my gratitude to the orchestra. I've arranged the train tickets. We'll have the whole wagon for ourselves. We'll leave the end of next week.
2 weeks later, the orchestra arrived at St. Petersburg, and the performance took place at its appointed time before the Communist Party leaders. End of Scene 2. Scene 3, Dmitri and Oleg, the orchestra's conductor. Setting is Oleg walks into Dmitri's hotel room. Dmitri is preparing his bags to leave. At Rise, Dmitri greets Oleg with a smile and a handshake.
Oh, what a performance, Oleg! What a history-making! You people shook the whole place. Impressive work. Thank you, my friend.
No, thank you, Dmitri. Without your hard work in creating these notes on paper, this wouldn't be possible.
Oh, wait, when those instruments stopped, the whole place got quiet. I was thinking, now what? You could have heard a pin drop. It was so quiet.
I know. We were all looking at each other in the quietness, thinking, did something go wrong? Or maybe we didn't entertain them well. And then, that that burst of praise and standing ovation.
I think we made a dent in their cows' hearts. The communists told me to move to St. Petersburg with my family, but I refused to. I refused that one. I'd rather stay away from those people and be with my people to write my music in peace. That's where I belong.
I don't think this is over. I believe they are going to ask to get more of this.
Well, yes. But we will deal with it when it comes. But for now, it's over. Let's get going. Quietly and safely. We've got our families waiting.
All right, Dmitri. I'll get the orchestra together and we'll meet you at the train station in 1 hour.
After the train arrives at Dmitri's hometown, Tatiana, Dmitri's wife, and Slavina, Oleg's wife, were in the train station waiting with the rest of the orchestra's families. Dmitri meets his wife at the train station.
Tatiana, I miss you so much. Oh.
You have no idea what I was going through these last 2 weeks. I'm so relieved to see you.
Oh, trust me, honey. I know what you are going through, but I am now here with you. Let's go home. Let's walk and we will talk on the way home.
So, how was it?
It was a great performance. The communist leader gave us a standing ovation, which I wasn't expecting. The orchestra shook the whole place. Oleg was happy and excited, and he let it all out. I have all kind of offers to go live in St. Petersburg, which I turned down.
Why? Dmitri, don't you think it would be better for us?
No, honey. I think it's better for us to stay here with our people and with our friends, and I can continue to write my music here in peace. It is better for us to stay away from those people. We are safe here.
Will they bother us again?
Oh, my love, they probably will ask us to go and do some more performances for them, and then there'll be some opposition, some criticism from people and from government, but I will go on, write my music, and we'll perform the symphonic compositions despite those differences.
End of play.